Hey there, collective. Welcome back. Let's see what's going on here for the collective. All right. Spirit gives a clear, concise message here for the collective. First card out, Queen of Blades. The Lovers in reverse. Let's see what else came out. The King of Coins. The Creator. Knight of Blades. Let's see what else is coming out for you. Spirit gives a clear, concise message. Seven of Sticks. Give us a clear, concise message here for the collective, please and thank you. All right. We have the Page of Sticks, but in reverse. The Ten of Coins in reverse. Ten of Wands in the upright. And the final card is the Ten of Cups, but in reverse. So, definitely some kind of family problems going on here. There's definitely an imbalance in a relationship, collective. I'm also seeing some poor communication going on here. Somebody who is in the wrong path. Somebody's taking the wrong turn. I'm seeing somebody around you who is spiteful, somebody who could be revengeful, okay? This could be somebody who, when they speak, it's very harsh, right? Very strict, just very cutthroat type of energy. This could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, more on the Gemini. We also have you or them, right? You could have this in your chart. I'm also seeing Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you or them has this in your chart, right? High on the Leo, high on the Gemini here. I am seeing somebody who is very overcritical. Like you're dealing with somebody who could be very cold-blooded and overly critical, like nitpicking about everything, very rigid. Somebody who's very judgmental. Yes. And it's the way that they think. And it's not just the way that they think, but it's the things that they say. You got somebody around you that has a really bad spirit. You know, they just are just an ugly person on the inside. I'm hearing that they're not very clear about their intentions. Like, why are they here, right? What do they want? You know? Three of Swords coming out in reverse. So, you might not even you might not even realize, like, why is this person even around? Okay, it has something about a decision, an important decision. Somebody here is ready to let go of what this person has done. Okay, somebody here is ready to move ahead and start making plans and, you know, just trying to get away from this person. That's the energy I'm getting, like trying to get away from this person, trying to get away from, you know, all this drama and pain and frustration that this person has caused. I am seeing somebody who, you know, they're a narcissist. You know, you're dealing with the narcissist that really wants to take control over you, you know, take your control away from you. It's more of them wanting to take your control away from you. So big ego energy. All about them, you know? It's all about them. This person wants to give you a message. You are definitely coming into this reading as the King of Coins, so very stable energy. We have the Ten of Wands in reverse coming out. I'm hearing that this person has been a huge burden to you, and you're ready to walk away. You're ready to get out of this person's whatever hair, right? Because it must be like something that this person has said, like, oh, you're always in my hair, collective, or something like that, or you've heard this person say that or refer to you to somebody else, right? Like you've heard them say this, right? So now you're like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to get out of your hair. You know, that kind of energy. Because the way you see it, this would actually be a relief for you. Like, to quote, get out of this person's hair, right? Like, this would be a relief for you to be able to get away from this struggle. Or, yeah, it's coming out of struggle. Like, the struggle of being around this person. You know, so, yeah, that's what I'm getting. So, I'm also seeing here that this is The end of a difficult period in your life is about to change. Yeah. Not only that, but it's because you're going to release some responsibilities. Like your priorities are changing. You're focused on something else now. You're not going to be focusing on what this person wants anymore. It's like you realize it's time to take a break. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's time to take a break and enjoy the results of your hard work or things that you've put a lot of effort into. Now it's time to see the value of your efforts, and it doesn't matter whether this person sees it or not. It's the point is that you see it, you know. You could feel pride in the things that you've done and what you have accomplished without this person. You don't need this person's um like you don't need this person to, what's the word? Well, like acknowledge the things that you've done, your successes. You don't need this person to do anything. You have your own value and you have your, you know what I mean? Like you see your own self value. And if this person cannot see that you are a natural leader, and not just a natural leader, but you are a responsible person, a committed person, a down to earth person, like if they don't see your attributes, then they never will. You know what I mean? They never will. And from what I could tell here, you have accumulated some kind of it's either like security, financial security for yourself, or you've accumulated things of value, and then it's usually through work, right? Yeah, usually like you know, you earned these. These weren't things that were just given to you. You've earned them, and it could be more than just material things. It could be you learning a new skill, or you've learned something like skills, or you got your degrees. You could be a business owner, right? Something like that. Yes, I see some deception here coming from the creator in reverse. I feel like you've been dealing with the devil. We have the Six of Wands. I feel like this person is trying to take recognition for something that you've done here. Because the Six of Wands is about, if it was in the upright, it's about you receiving recognition, right? But it's in the reverse with the Magician. It makes me feel like this person created an illusion of your successes so they could claim them for themselves. You know what I mean? And trying to make it seem like you failed. So it doesn't matter what you do. Either this person is going to take credit for it, one, and two, they're either going to either completely lie and say they did it, or they're going to just minimize what you have succeeded in. Looks like this person thinks you're the fool. You know what I'm saying? They think you're the fool. Like they could just just keep fooling you and pulling the wool over your eyes. This person could be a mother figure, or you're the mother figure. Okay, I'm seeing a mother figure coming in, and this mother figure coming in is somebody who's very determined, somebody who's very ready to take charge, and somebody who's ready to push something forward, right? Somebody who's here to like protect you, right? That's what I'm getting. Somebody here is ready to protect you against somebody who is very immature. Okay, maybe this is somebody that you were romantically involved with. So you have two people around you. You have one that's trying to protect you, and you have one that's trying to pull you down and break you down and just tear you down in the worstest way. And then you have another one that wants to protect you against another person who may be younger than you, who's very immature, and this person walks around and acts like there's some kind of gigolo. Okay? That's how they're coming out. There's some kind of gigolo, and they should just be able to get a free ride. Okay? This is somebody in the family. It's coming out as family problems. The loss of property is something that's very significant here. It looks like this person's deception and their lies and their manipulation has influenced this other person. So this is like I'm getting like this energy of a bad uncle, right? That's teaching the nephew how to be bad and how to get away with things and act like they're the gigolo and you know that kind of energy. So this is like a younger version of this person. So this is either father and son or uncle and nephew. Okay, but there's a connection between these two that are is around you. That's what I'm picking up on. That's around you, right? And then you have this mother figure who's like telling the younger person like you better stop it and you better respect the collective. What is wrong with you, you know? That kind of energy. It looks like you have distanced yourself from this person already, you know, at least emotionally, because you don't want this person to hurt you anymore. Not only that, but this person would, because they're around, and I'm talking about this younger person, the one that the mother figure is getting after, right? This younger person is somebody that every time you're around them, it's like you always have to take responsibility for the crap that they do. And this could be a past situation, like you were the older sibling or something, right? And it's like this person got away with doing whatever they wanted. And every time you turned around, every time they misbehaved, instead of them getting in trouble, I'm hearing that it was you that got in trouble, you know? It was like you always had to take responsibility for this younger person. I mean, don't get me wrong, you love this person, but it's like, how much more can you take? It looks like this person was spoiled, really spoiled. And with the Eight of Cups, it's like you got to a certain stage in your life, or you got to an age where you could, you know, maybe you had to wait till you were 18, right, to leave. But you got to the point where you finally were able to pack up and leave to find your happiness somewhere else, right? That's what I'm getting. Now you have one, two, three, four karmics that's around you that you have desperately tried to get away from, but it's like they just keep sucking you in. It's like every time you try to get away, here they come to suck the collective right back in, either by causing some kind of drama with you, arguing with you, or lying about you in some way, shape, or form. It's like you keep trying to move on to something that's more stable for you or emotionally fulfilling for you, but you never could reach that point because every time you turn around, it's one of these that's constantly pulling you down. It's like crabs in a bucket, right? Every time you're about to escape or get away, they just like keep pulling you down. So, collective, we're talking about a period in your life because we do have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Coins. So, it's like this is a period in your life where there was like constant drama, um, a very significant amount of instability in the family, conflicts in the family, more likely about material things, but also, you know, emotionally as well, right? Like you're just experiencing all this at one time, right? So it could also indicate like you were going through problems in a relationship that you were in at the same time that you were going through this problems with your family as well, right? So it's like having a whole lot of stress all at one time and you having no choice but really like packing up and leaving, right? Packing up and going somewhere else because it looks like you were just like tired of the drama and the arguments, right? That's what I'm getting. You wanted justice. You wanted something more fair. You wanted people to follow the rules, you know? And as much as you wanted them to, you just couldn't get them to do it. You just couldn't get them to stop this nonsense, right? So you come from a very chaotic family or something happened within the family, you know? What I'm hearing is you want your life to go in the right direction. You want a loving, caring relationship, but you don't want them to you don't want to bring them around your family because your family is you know causing so much drama already, you know. I feel like you had somebody in your life that was just meddling, like constantly meddling into your relationships, and not just that but lying about you, you know. And it was like this person kept coming around just to cause problems in your relationship. Could be a sibling, right? Like a childhood silver what's it called, sibling rivalry kind of energy, but it's also like it's something that just continued on into adulthood, right? Like, normally when people have that kind of experience with their siblings where there's like this childhood rivalry going on, usually that people grow up and they grow out of that kind of area. They grow out of that stage, they grow out of that energy, right? But this person has not. Like, this person wants it to continue on and on and on. Like, the two of you are going to constantly keep being combative, or this person's just going to keep being combative towards you, when collective, all you ever wanted from this person is just love and understanding and support. Like, you weren't even really asking for anything, other than really emotional support more than anything. And it's like this person just couldn't give it to you. Now, you do have one person in your family who apparently has some kind of health issues, and I'm hearing this person was just right down mean, and they contributed to this too. They contributed to you needing to run away. Like, you didn't have no choice. So for one of you, this could be like you ran away as a child, while you were still under the age of 18. You had no choice but to run away from these people because of the family being so dysfunctional, extremely dysfunctional. Yes, some players are worse than others, okay? But I am seeing at least two of them were just right down mean, in their own different way. You had two that were just terrible, terrible people that you had to deal with, you know? Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more, Spirit. I do feel like this was a struggle for you. Like, eternally, it was a struggle, but you didn't have no choice. You had to break free from this situation because I feel like it was emotionally draining you there. Okay. Now, for one of you, I feel like you were neglected by your own family. Okay. It's like your family, you just come from a really bad family. Okay. And it seems like you were just always neglected, or you were the scapegoat. It was like every time somebody had problems, it was always your fault, right? That kind of energy. I do see here we have the Six of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. And I'm seeing here that you were innocent, you were innocent, but you had the responsibilities of an adult here, right? Like, you had to juggle things that were beyond your years. So you might have like had to leave home really early, really young, okay? Three of Cups in reverse. Because it was the only way to let go of toxicity in your life, right? You always felt like an outcast. Like, every time you turned around, you looked back, you always felt like an outcast from your family. It looks like there's a reason for that. I'm gonna dig deeper. Why is that, Spirit? Death. Knight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Now, for one of you, this could indicate like your parent passed away and they were very young. Like, I'm talking about really young, like not even 30 years old, or maybe they were past 30 years old, but in that area, like 25 to 30 years old. They were like really young. So they must have had you when they were like, maybe 20 or something like that. And then they passed away. And so these people feel like resentful toward you because you were like another mouth to feed, that kind of energy. And I feel like that might be just for one of you. For another one of you, it looks like somebody here was really jealous of you, okay? And that jealousy tended to spread through the family, right? Like, everybody's like, oh, this person is better than my daughter, or something like that. Like, you're better than they were their child, right? And that jealousy just grew. It kind of reminds me of that cheerleader, the cheerleader mom who went, I think she unalived another cheerleader because the other cheerleader was better than her daughter, right? Um, that kind of jealousy, like, oh, you're taking the spotlight from my child kind of energy. So, so you grew up in a very bitter, very hostile environment with these people, you know. So it was like one person's attitude. I'm not saying that all of them had the same attitude toward you, but it was contagious because of one bad apple. It just seemed to spread to the other ones, like, oh, you're the problem. You know what I mean? So collective, what I'm hearing is that you were always the problem, even though you didn't do anything. You know, you never did anything. It was all because of that. This person's over here. It was all because of their jealousy. Okay, their jealousy toward you corrupted the rest of them. So now the rest of them were all after you. Now you do have a mother figure here that was trying to protect you. So it makes me think that maybe this was your father who passed away and this is your father's family or your mother's family. Okay? And collective, for whatever reason, this person always just wanted to make sure that you felt like you were unloved. And they went out of their way to specifically pinpoint that to you, maybe even brought it to your attention, like saying things like, oh, look at this picture. See, you took a picture with this person, and if they loved you, they would have smiled in the picture. But because they weren't smiling and they were like looking somewhere else, that means that, that person doesn't love you. Because when people take pictures, and stuff like that, like they would twist and turn things around like that to make you feel like you were unloved and unwanted. So it's no surprise to me that you left home very young, okay? Whoever this person is, it could be an older sibling, it could be anybody, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. But what I'm hearing is all you wanted is justice. And you know what? You're going to receive justice. You're going to receive justice. You're going to receive good karma. These people, all of them, are going to receive bad karma. Okay? It's just the way it is. They're going to receive bad karma because they put in bad energy into the world, right? So they put that bad energy into the world. Nothing is going to turn out right for these people. And even if they receive everything, even if they have the brand new house, the brand new car, they will never be happy because inside of themselves they are miserable and they've always been miserable. These people chose to follow that person, right? They chose to let that person rotten them from the inside against you. But you're not the only thing that this person has influenced the other ones about, right? Like, you're not the only person. Like, this person has corrupted these other ones about, different things. It's not just about you specifically, right? Like, that's why they're all going to suffer, because they all share the same attitude, the same viewpoint, the same selfishness, the same, egotistical, selfish, materialism kind of attitude. And they don't value family at all. So even with each other, there's this level of competition between all of them. Anyhow, let me see. Yeah, Seven of Wands. So I feel with the Seven of Wands here, the Seven of Wands here, I do feel like you had to like make your own path in life. You know what I mean? Like you weren't going to conform, and that might be another reason why they like picked on you, because you were never going to conform to what they wanted you to be, right? You were never going to bend backwards for that person. So this person over here seems to be the leader in the family, okay? Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter if it's the mother, the father, the uncle, the aunt. Whoever this person is the person who's the leader, okay? And because you would not conform, because you wouldn't go along with the lies that this person said, and I feel like this person would lie and then tell you like, oh, right, collective, right? And you wouldn't bend backwards for them. Maybe you did when you were very young, but the older you got, when you realized that you were your own person and you could walk away whenever you wanted to, once you realized that, you weren't going to bend backwards for them and you weren't going to lie for them anymore. Okay? If you ever did. Okay? So these people are definitely deflecting things here. And your way of handling it was really just protecting yourself. So you're not the aggressor. You're just protecting yourself. But the way that they're trying to make it seem like you were the aggressor. Yeah, you're the troublemaker. You're the problem in the family. You know what I mean? Now, for one of you, you might work like a job, manual labor, something like that, right? And this person wants to snub their nose down on you because of what you do for a living, right? Trying to make you seem like the oddball in the family. That kind of energy. So, what should the collective know about this situation, Spirit? King of Coins is coming out. The Moon. There's definitely some kind of fear going on here. Or maybe you're afraid of something. Let's see what else comes out. Planning ahead, moving ahead, planning to escape. Maybe these people are still around you and you're like trying to figure out a way to get away and mingle with other people, right? Rub elbows with other people. Listening to your intuition. Your intuition is telling you to get away from these people. Because something's going to happen with these people, right? Knight of Swords. So you're very driven. That's why you're different than the rest of the family. You pray for this person who's very corrupt. Okay, so what Spirit wants you to know is that this group is coming back around. Okay? They're coming back around and they're definitely eager to cause you to lose your creativity, lose your strength, lose your willpower here, right? Because they know that and they see that you have healed. So you're standing stronger than ever before. You have taken control of your life, and that's why they want to come in and pull you down. Okay? It's like you have elevated spiritually, and not just spiritually, but in the material world. Like maybe you're more stable, maybe you got a new car, maybe they don't have a car. But it doesn't have to be about what they don't have and what you have. It's just more of the fact that you got it and you have it on your own without anybody's help. Okay, like you've done something that they couldn't do for themselves. So these people might be dependent on somebody around them, like to co-sign for them, or they might be dependent on people for loans or something like that, right? So the things that they were able to do with help by other people, you've been able to do it completely alone. You put fear in these people. That's the problem. You make them afraid because you are capable of doing things that they could not do, you know? And that's why this whole group is so driven to come towards you right now. Especially right now because of the things that are going on in our economy, more likely they're having a hard time putting food on their table, things like that. And then here you come along, collective, and you're managing very well. Yeah, you might be struggling, but you're managing very well. And you're coming into this reading as somebody who's very down to earth, who has a good head on your shoulders, very good work ethics, and you more likely manage your money very well. It looks like you have learned financial lessons way beyond somebody your age, okay? And they haven't learned these lessons yet. But you've learned them and now you implement them in your daily life so that you do have the money you need to pay your bills. You do have the money you need to put food on the table. Like you know what to do. And now these people, they're more likely they're so used to having somebody help them, and now they're looking at you like, how the hell are you doing? So basically your strength is showing. You know what I mean? Your strength is showing. They're seeing your strength and they don't like it because it's embarrassing them because they can't function without somebody's help, while you have been so strong for so long, and here you are, you should be at a disadvantage to them, but you're not. You've excelled past them emotionally, spiritually, and possibly even materially. You have surpassed them in every way. This is why they want to come back and break you down. This is why they have bad intentions towards you. Because you're outshining them. And the jealousy is growing. And it's specifically this one right here, the one that wants revenge on you for whatever reason this person has blamed you possibly blamed you for the death of this parent or whoever this person is. This person specifically has been blaming you and trying to break you down, and it's like cancer growing throughout the family. Okay? But you're going to rise and you're going to get better and stronger, okay, without these people in your life. You've learned how to live without these people. So, if this is your family, then you've learned how to live without your family. You've learned how to move on with your life. Something that they can't do. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm going to get out of this reading. Okay? Catch me in the next one, collective. I do see here that you have love for these people. You never wanted to hurt them. I did see the Six of Cups coming out in reverse. I think when you look back, you try to always look at the positive things of your childhood, the positive things about these people. You know, you always try to look at people and give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, but some people don't deserve it. I don't think these people deserve it. Anyways, you have put fear in these people and they're still afraid of you. And they're afraid of you today. You have these people afraid. They're afraid that you're going to outshine them, that you're going to keep rising, and they're going to be stuck where they are. That's what they're afraid of. Anyways, catch me in the next one, collective. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Bye-bye.